Good evening. This is BelGeode, and we are back with Ghita and some Black Desert Online. This is still closed beta test 2, which is running from February the 18th through the 22nd. Today is February the 20th. Alright, Ghita, why don't you make yourself comfortable here, because this one's going to take a little bit. Today, we are going to talk about nodes. Nodes, trading, workers, all of that good stuff. So, Ghita, like I said, just make yourself comfortable here. This is going to take a while. Alright, so what I'm going to be discussing here is going to be a little bit lengthier, but I'm going to try and get through everything that I know about nodes, so that'll help you understand a little bit more what all is involved in that entire system. Now, when traveling the vast world of Black Desert, you're going to notice every time you open up a new area on the map, you'll have like a pop-up that tells you you have knowledge of a certain area. When that happens on your map, the fog of war is removed and you will see nodes. Nodes are pretty much all of these little icons that you're seeing here. They come in various forms, and this is an example of one right here. Is Heidelberg. That's the node for Heidelberg. That is the node for Northern Guard Camp, which is considered a gate node. You have this one here for Northern Heidel Quarry, which is considered a crossroads node. And it just continues on further like that. You've got Goblin Cave, which is considered a danger zone because you could get attacked by mobs, and so on and so forth. There are nodes all over the place, and every time you visit a new area, you will see them on the map. Every single node that you have on this map has a node manager that you're eventually going to need to talk to in order to utilize some of the features that this node has. This particular node is a farming node, and you'll notice that once we zoom into the map, you've got two icons here, and both of those are farming related. For example, corn farming. So if we have this node opened and accessible, we will be able to do farming in that particular area. There are basically two types of nodes. There are adventure nodes and production nodes. This one is considered a production node because it has a resource assigned to it that you can then utilize. You don't have to do any manual farming. That's where your workers come in, but I'm going to get into all of that here. Now, since we are here at Heidelberg, I kind of want to open up this node at the Northern Quarry, so that way I can hire a worker and have him start gathering up iron ore for me. So usually you will need contribution points for that. Now, if you recall in my video about housing, I spent all of my contribution points on extra houses. So what I can do is I can sell back some of these houses that I know that I'm not necessarily going to need. For example, this one, see, that gives us one contribution point, and I'm thinking I can get rid of this top one here. That'll give us another contribution point. I don't know how many contribution points total I'm going to need. However, for now, we'll get rid of the lodging that we created for the extra workers. We'll still be able to have like 3 workers as our basic workforce. If we ever decide to get more workers, we'll need to turn that back into lodging, so that way we can hire more workers. Alright, so now we've got some contribution points back, and we are going to need to connect the dots, essentially. We're going to need to connect from Heidelberg to Northern Guard Camp, and then from Northern Guard Camp to Northern Heidelberg Quarry. Once we've connected the quarry, we have a direct link that we can send a worker to in order to, get that job done. So we're going to need to find this guy, Jemkes Wormsbane. He is the node manager for that particular area. So once we find him, we'll go ahead and give him some contribution points, and he will give us access to that node. Alrighty, Ghita, it is time to run, so let's get out the house here. Oh, before I leave the house, you may notice things have changed a little bit. Dom decided to give us some more testing cash, so I went on a shopping spree here. Repainted the entire house, so now it's got new floors, new paint, we got chandeliers, we got couches, we got a new bedroom set for Ghita. She is one happy Valkyrie, that's all I can tell you. Alright, so we are out here in Heidelberg, and I'm just going to run through town here. I must forewarn you, when these towns get a little bit crowded, sometimes it can lag as all the NPCs and players load up. So do not be too surprised if you experience a little bit of lag in this video. not much I can really do about it. It's just a thing that happens. Even if my computer were like a supercomputer from NASA, I'd probably still end up having a little bit of lag because everything's got a res. Alright, but we are already out of town and we are going to be traveling directly to our little friend Jemkus here. I've got her on auto run, which is the letter T, by the way. So we should be there shortly. You can see the waypoint up ahead just past that tent. When we get to him, we are going to go into the node management window, and I will show you how that works in a moment here. Now there are other uses for the nodes, but I'm going to go through everything one at a time here, so just bear with me. Like I said, this one's going to be a little lengthy. Alright, so here's Mr. Jemkus. Hello, sir. I have business to conduct with you, so let's do some business here.
Are you from Velia? Nice to meet you.
Okay. Now you'll see where it says node management in the little bar at the bottom there. We're going to click on that. Oh, that's interesting. It is telling me that he is not the guy that we need to talk to. We need to talk to another guy to open up the node that we are in right now. So let's see if we can find him. Well, clearly he's not a jackass. Oh, no, there he is. There he is. It's this guy, Berman, the chef. I should have figured. Alright. So we've got to talk to him first. And just like we did with Jemkus, we're going to go into node management. Alright, there we go. That's the window we're supposed to see. Now look in the upper left-hand corner. You'll see contribution points 3, and you can invest your contribution points. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And that will give us access to this node as well as connect it to Heidelberg, or to Heidel. Alright, there we go. If we wanted to, we can also increase the influence of this node, which will usually result in greater harvesting capabilities and so on, by spending some of our energy. Your energy is a resource that gets used and also recovers itself really, really quickly. So we'll go ahead and just click that there. I'm not going to do that too much because I don't have that much energy to begin with. But you will now notice that there is a yellow arc or line connecting Heidel to this quarry area. We still need to now open up the actual quarry node. So we've got to go back over here to Jemkus, talk to him, and tell him, yo buddy, I need access to the quarry, please. Oh, you're not Jemkus. Why am I talking to you? Crap, I hate when it does that. Alright, here we go.
It must have been
Okay.
fated for us to meet here. Let me
And he's still yakking our ears off. Alright. So this is the actual quarry now. So we're going to be investing in this node. It takes 1 contribution point. So we're going to go ahead and click that in a moment. There we go. Now we can do mining in this quarry. And you'll notice it opened up 2 other things here. These are the actual things that you can mine from this quarry. If you send a worker out, you can collect iron ore or you can collect copper ore. It looks like I'm going to need an extra contribution point in order to open up this iron ore. So, we're going to need to sell another house, unfortunately. This is what happens in the earlier stages of the game. That's why it's extremely important to do all of those quests. Any NPC around that's giving you quests, do them. Get a buttload of contribution points and save that stuff up so you can get houses and you can connect all of these nodes and so on. Alright. So, let's see. I don't want to sell any more houses in Heidelberg because otherwise I'll lose my beautiful house that I just decorated. So let me get rid of this house here in Velia since I highly doubt I'm going to live in it just yet. I might have one of my alternate characters live there when this thing is live. Alright, so that should give us some more points here. Yeah, we got 2 contribution points from that. Okay, so we're going to go back over here. We already have access to this node, so we no longer need to talk to our good buddy Jemkus. We just need to open up the node by clicking on one of these 2 mining pick icons. I'm going to choose iron because I know I could use iron for some stuff. So there we go. Once we do that, we need to assign a worker to start collecting that iron. I don't have a worker, but I know where to get some, and that is going to be our next task right here. So we'll go ahead and back out of this in a moment, and we are going to need to run back to Heidelberg and find the guy that will allow us to contract out workers. And just between you and I don't even know why they call them workers. They're more like slaves because you don't really pay them. I mean, you house them. That's about it. They don't get any kind of fringe benefits or anything. They're little peasants, I guess. Alright, I really don't want to run through town because there might be a little bit too much lag for this video to handle, so I am going to take a shortcut here. I'm going to go around the town and past the bothersome rabbits. Alright, I think, yeah, this is our area. There is a church there, so we'll bypass the church, and I should be able to hop down, and that should be the road, the main road that's running east to west here. We'll hop over that. You can climb this, Ghita, there you go. And we'll hop down here. Main road should be right there. Perfect. Alright, pardon me, sir. Busy woman coming through. Okay, so now in order to contract workers, we need to find a guy that will allow you to do that. I happen to know this town like the back of my hand. The guy that we want is over here. You'll see him directly ahead. He is a work supervisor. His name is Joel. So we're going to want to talk to Joel. These are basically examples of the workers that you will get. Either little otter dudes or dwarves. You can get humans, goblins, giants, anything you want, basically. Now, it does cost some of your energy in order to contract a worker. I'm just going to tell you that from now. So I would suggest if you're going to do something like this, wait until your energy bar is full before you start sending your workers out or purchasing more workers or whatnot. So there you go, 5 energy, and it'll start giving us choices. I kind of like the giant workers. Those guys are really strong and work really hard, so I don't need to see any others. If I wanted to, I could click on View Another, but we're going to go with that. It's going to cost us 10,000 silver to house him, so we're going to go ahead and pay that. Alright, so I now have a skilled giant worker at my disposal. There are some quests that you do that will provide you with workers. There are some crafting related quests, kind of like tutorial type quests, and they will allow you to get a worker as part of the reward of the quest. We're going to hide out in here because it's raining and I really don't feel like Ghita catching pneumonia here. Alright, now we have a worker. We need to send him to work. Rain or shine, he's got to get the job done. We have our quarry connected, as you can see, so we're going to go ahead and go down to the yellow one, which is the one that we just got invested in. It says here that we can send one worker out, and that is our big giant dude here, so we're going to send him to work. You'll notice it takes some time to get this job done. In this case, it takes 37 minutes and 17 seconds. Depending on the type of worker you have, it may take them a shorter time if they are like really fit workers. Alright, so we've gone ahead and sent him out on his assignment. Here's the reason why it takes so long to do this. This is being done in real time, in game time. So if we check on the map here, we will actually see this dude on the map running out of town and heading to his destination. You might see him along the main drag there. I don't think I can zoom in any further, but I'm pretty sure you can see his little icon there running. So he is currently running out of Heidelberg and heading straight for that quarry. He's going to go ahead and get his work done. Once he gets there, you'll see his icon change and he'll start using his little mining pick. If you've got guys that are foresting for you, it's same thing. You will see them doing foresting. If you've got people doing farming, same thing. You'll see them doing farming. So pretty much that is how you can harvest stuff without actually having to do it yourself. If I wanted to, I could buy myself a mining pick and I could manually go to this quarry and find the rocks that have iron ore in them and manually mine them. But who wants to do that? So that's exactly why this node system exists. Now, there is another thing that we can do with nodes that's equally as important and will make you a crap ton of money if you know how to do it right, and that is trading. Now, in order to do trading, you have to have various towns connected. So instead of connecting like quarries and stuff like that, you would follow the basic route that I'm tracing out here, past Heidel Pass, and then connect that to Velia. And I don't remember exactly which one of these nodes will directly connect you to Velia. I know it's one of them, but eventually you can have like a yellow path that goes from Heidel to Velia. When that happens, you can trade goods between Heidel and Velia and make some good money for it. However, you are not 100% limited here. Even if you do not have those two cities connected, you can still do trading. You just won't make as much money as you would if you actually had the nodes connected. So you can see there's going to be an investment of contribution points for you to actually make the most out of this. Eventually, as you go along playing Black Desert, you'll probably have all of these nodes connected because you just get so many freaking contribution points for doing all of these quests. What we're going to do here is I'm going to show you what it's like to do a trading route. You see this in front of me here? This is a carriage. A player owns this. What they're doing is they're buying goods off of this lady to my right and carrying them via carriage to wherever the destination is that they want to make the best profit. Okay, so this is what this lady has to offer us that we can trade with other towns. We have Cutting Edge Dwarf Tool Pack or Wishing Kite. These are the items that we have available. Not every town will have something like that. Alright, what I can do is I'm interested in taking the Cutting Edge Dwarf Tool Pack to another town. So I just clicked on Market Price and it gives me a list of all the areas in Balinus territory and Serendia territory, as well as the prices, so I know whether or not I'm making a profit if I sell it to the trading person in that town, or will I make a loss by selling it to them. It also tracks, as you can see, there's a little graph there that'll tell you, what the average price has been for each day of the game. So this will help you decide, okay, do I want to load up on all of this item and take it to, say, Velia, for example. It looks like there has been a profit selling these Cutting Edge Dwarf Tool Packs to Velia, so we are going to grab one and we're going to take it to Velia and sell it to her counterpart there in Velia. So we'll make a little bit of money here. Alright, I guess we're good with one. Now, one important thing about trade packs, by default, it will put it on your back as a backpack. You only have so much weight that you can carry before you're overburdened and start walking slow, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. If you want to increase your character's strength, which of course increases the amount that they can carry, overburden yourself and walk to your destination. That is what I just did there. Oh, actually, it doesn't look like I can purchase it because I don't have enough money. Yeah, not enough money. Okay, I was afraid of that. Alright, so I'll have to get rid of one of these Cutting Edge Dwarf Toolbacks because, of course, I used all of my money for the worker, so sorry about that. Alright, so we're down to one. That'll cost us 29.78 silver. And let's go ahead and purchase this. Okay, when you're traveling with trade items, you may encounter thieves. I will show you that on the map as well. Thank you so much there, lady. Appreciate that. Okay, so take a good look at Ghita here. Now you're going to be seeing her butt for the rest of this video. No, I'm just kidding here. She is currently wearing a trade pack. She is not quite over encumbered, but she's obviously got a lot of weight that she's carrying that's going to put her pretty close to being over encumbered. If she were, and I were to walk all the way to Velia, you see where it says strength here? That bar goes up every step that you take. Once it completes one cycle, like goes all the way to the right side, you increase your strength and your carrying limit. We're going to do this the easy way, though, because I do not want this video to be like 5 hours long. So we're going to grab our donkey, whom I've named Shrek, and we're going to ride Shrek to Velia so that we can sell this stuff. Alright, where the hell did they put my donkey? Where is Shrek? He's around here somewhere. Oh, wait, I think I see him. He's on the other side. Nope, that's somebody else's donkey. Well, what the hell? Where's my ass? Oh, there he is. He's behind me. Okay. Now, as long as you're wearing this trade pack, you cannot get on the donkey or a horse. So, here's how we're going to fix that. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the donkey's inventory using F2, and then we can actually drag the pack, which you'll see here, Cutting Edge Dwarf Tool Pack, drag that into the donkey's inventory, or we could right click it, it'll do the same thing. So now we just transferred all of that weight. Now the donkey has the weight, and we are back to the way we should be. Okay, so now it is time to head to Velia. So let me get out of this crowd here. And we can auto run to Velia if we would like. Just remember that we may come up against bandits. If that is the case, we need to run like hell because combat is extremely difficult, if not impossible, when you're coming up against bandits. Alright, so this should be a relatively short trip now that we're on donkey back. I was going to say horseback, but I guess that wouldn't make sense there. Oh, one good thing that I should tell you about your workers since we're passing this area here. These workers exist in the game world. Like, not only did we just, click a couple of buttons and send him out, he's actually out there. He is actually out there. I don't know if we can see him from up here, but you can see on the map right where the flashing blue is, he's working. He's actually mining this stuff right now. I'm going to see if I can go up the hill here a little bit and maybe I can catch a glimpse of him down there hard at work. Your workers do not get attacked by any of the mobs in an area. You, however, will get attacked by mobs if they are hostile and you're trying to harvest stuff. So keep that in mind. That is another good reason to use workers. They can go into places where otherwise it would be kind of deadly for you to do. Alright, hold on a second. Let me pull up over here. Hang on, Shrek. I'll be right back. I want to see if I can see our worker. Okay, I know he's down there somewhere, but I think because he's kind of far away, nothing has rezzed down there, so we can't exactly see him. I'll try for him on the way back here, and that way I can show it to you. Alright. But, as far as we go, we are going to head directly to Velia, and once we get there, like I said, we're going to find the trade manager in Velia, and we're going to sell these goods. Now remember, I have not connected the nodes between Heidel and Velia, which means when I go to sell this stuff, I am going to be selling it at a loss. That is why you want to make sure you have your nodes connected. Once the nodes are connected, I would be getting the profit that it originally showed me on there. So basically I'm losing money doing this, but I'm showing this to you so you have an idea of what it is to do. My suggestion to you would be, if you are gathering up your contribution points, as you get to a new town, make sure you open up all the nodes that you think you're going to need. If you need to purchase houses, of course you're going to want to spend some contribution points to do that. But it's probably going to be more beneficial to you in the long run to just start opening up nodes, because you never know if you're going to want to do some trading, and that is a really, really good way to make some money. Alright, let's check the map for a second here, because I want to make sure I'm not going to get attacked. Do you see that red upside down teardrop looking thing that kind of looks like it's a cobra or a ninja or something in there? That's a bandit. They wander around the map randomly, and if you are unlucky, they will chase your ass. So watch out for those guys. They are literally all over the place. But that is our destination, Velia, and I think that's the guy that I need, so we're going to go ahead and just simply auto travel, so that way I can take the UI off and make this a little bit more scenic. Alright, here's some other information that I've gathered on nodes that I just wanted to share with you. The starting village of Olvia is the first node that's going to be acquired by you when you first start out the game. So if you wanted to, you could start from there. Every time you go to a new area, find a node manager. If you've got contribution points to spend, just connect it up. And then just keep doing that throughout the game. It will benefit you in the long run. You always need to talk to the Adventure Node Manager NPC, so as soon as you open up a new area and you see that there's a node nearby, find that person. They can take almost any shape or form. In fact, there is one that I know of close to the Western Guard camp that is not an actual humanoid at all. It's not a human, it's not a giant, it's a fairy tree. And yet, that's the node manager. So you could see that, you don't know what you're looking for. You'd be looking for anything, really. But always, always, always talk to that node manager, at least so that you have their location on the map. And stop looking at Ghita's boobs. I know what you're doing, you pervs. Alright, so other things to keep in mind when it comes to trading and transporting whatever it is that you want to trade. Remember, there's multiple ways you can do it. When you start out, if you don't have a donkey or a horse, you're going to be hoofing it. You're going to be carrying that big heavy trade pack. I would recommend that you do that a couple of times to increase your strength. As you go further, you'll be able to do like I'm doing, using a horse or a donkey. If you purchase a wagon, kind of like the ones that we're seeing here, you can also use that. That's probably going to be the most cost effective. When they add Valencia and Media, it's going to be easier to go by boat, and you can get attacked on the high seas by pirates as well, NPC pirates. So in that case, you would also purchase a boat, and that will help you get across from Valencia to Calphion, maybe. Alright, so, Shrek, I need that pack back. Thank you. Alright, you just hang out here, and I'm going to go ahead and sell this stuff at a loss here. Wow, it looks like everybody else figured out trading. Now everybody and their brother's doing it. I can't even see the lady I'm supposed to be talking to. Oh, I guess it's a guy. Okay. Pardon me there, ma'am. You're in my way here. Alright.
I'm a merchant. I even bargain in
Why, hello, sir. Okay, so we're going to go to trade, and you'll see now on the right-hand side, this is the item that I want to sell. Pay close attention to how much I'm getting for it here. I am losing money for this. Again, this is why you want to have your nodes connected. You would be making a profit when you sell this stuff. Now, we do have a way that we can increase the kind of money that we can get from this guy. If you look at the very bottom of the right-hand list here, you'll see something that says bargain. We want to click that from time to time. If you've got the energy to spare, you can choose to bargain with your trade manager here, and it opens up a little mini game involving scales. You'll see it costs 5 energy to start bargaining. I'll try it a couple of times here. It's kind of hit or miss. It's a little mini game. You're given 2 icons at the bottom and 3 turns to make sure that this balances out. It'll tell you at the top, says it seems he's showing interest. Oh, we failed. Damn it. Alright. Well, I've got a little bit more energy, so I'm going to try and bargain one more time. I'd kind of like it to succeed, so I can show you what it looks like. Alright. Everything's going according to plan. Bam! There we go. Bargain success. Okay. Now, if we would have had these nodes connected, basically what this means is on top of the regular profit that they told us we were going to get, we would make more money for this. So even though I am taking a loss on this, you'll see it says it will be sold at 30% of the original price. I'm still going to get a little bit extra money because I had the bargain success. But that is another major reason why we want to have these nodes connected. You can make a lot of money in this game just by doing trading and stuff like that. So all these people with all their wagons all over the place, they've got the right idea, and be prepared to see a lot of this when this game goes live. I'm actually surprised that it took this long for people to figure out how to do that, but yep, looks like everybody's making the good money now. As for me, I am going to take Ghita back to Heidelberg, and we're going to park Shrek back in ye old stable. And I think that is enough information that I've hit you with at one point in time. So, we're going to go ahead and call this video quits. Before I do, let me make sure that I know where in the hell I'm going to be going, because I think I'm going to have to set my auto run to the stable hand back in Heidelberg. So yeah, nodes, your takeaway. Open up as many of them as possible. They will help you when it comes to collecting resources automatically through workers or making money through trading. That is why we want to do the nodes. Alright folks, but I'm going to call it quits right now, so thank you as always for watching. This has been BelGeode, and this is Ghita, and we have been playing Black Desert Online, closed beta test 2. I will catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Ciao!